Hey there, I'm Wayne with Leads Nearby, and this is Contractor Cast, where we help you grow your service-based business and generate more leads, customers, and sales by marketing way better. So if you're interested in learning the latest marketing strategies, tools, tips, tricks, and tactics, well, you may want to consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you never miss a future episode. In this episode, Mark Sherwin, one of our co-founders here at Leads Nearby, is going to discuss how HVAC, plumbers, electricians, and other home service contractors can be successful with SEO in 2021. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, this is Mark Sherwin with Leads Nearby. Looking forward to this conversation. This is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. I have a lot of fun with it, so bear with me through the process. I have a question for each of you. This is a fun question, okay? There is no right or wrong answer, but there is a good answer. So I'm going to help you understand that in a moment. So the question is, if Google and an algorithm expert, a ranking expert at Google called you up today and said, hey, we've changed our entire philosophy. We are calling every single service area company and nationwide company across anybody that's indexed right now in our search results, we're calling them and asking them a very simple question. Why should we rank you number one in the search results for your most popular keywords? Go. How would you answer that question? I want you to be honest. How would you answer that question? If Google called today, you picked it up, there's Sergey on the other line. Hey, we're ranking everybody, changing everything around. Why do you deserve to be ranked? I want you to tell me why you deserve to be ranked. What would you say? I have a feeling that I can guess the top 5 answers on everything for everybody. I have the best ratings. I have the best people. Mine are the most well-trained. I've been around the longest. I have the best logo, the best brand in the marketplace. Those are awesome things. Thank you so much for helping me understand that. Unfortunately, I heard the exact same thing from the last 10 people I just called. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go over to your website. I have the URL right, correct? And I'm going to go over to your website and I'm going to have to use that to decide how I'm going to position you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Click. What happened? You lost your opportunity. You lost that opportunity in that second because you didn't understand what Google wanted to hear. And I'm going to give you that answer. When Google is doing their algorithm updates, and when they're trying to decide, now remember, this is not a person doing a ranking. This is not a physical, Sergey's not going and looking at your website trying to decide if your website should rank higher than another. They're going, that has an algorithm, a computer is going to your website and it's looking for things. It's looking for what it considers the answer to the question. Well, wait a minute. When somebody types in AC repair, city, state, just AC repair in general, they're not asking a question, they're looking for me. Google does not treat it that way. Google does not treat it as somebody looking for a service. They treat it as somebody looking for an answer. It's pretty simple. I'm going to boil it down. Why do you deserve to be ranked number 1, number 2, first page placement on any particular keyword over any of your competitors or nationwide firms out there? It's when you look at each search as a question, not a request. I'm going to pause there for a moment because that's really important for you to understand. Yes, I know and you know that person's looking for a service that you can perform. But Google's algorithm sees it as a question, and they would like to provide the best answer to that question. And we can earn that answer through a number of different ways. Those ways are as such. Content. Content is king, okay? When I started in this industry in the early 2000s, I could change a meta description and a title, and I could change a few words on a page and maybe put an image and image file name it just right. And we were off to the races. You pretty much can guarantee first page placement at that point, even in really highly competitive industries. I could do damage because Google's algorithm saw it to that level, right? Hey, if you said this keyword this many times and this percentage, it worked. That whole thing has not changed. It's just gotten more complicated now because everybody caught up. Now Google didn't know how to rank one over the other because you're all saying the same thing, had the same number of keywords in the same position and the same style on a page. So how do we differentiate now? Google wants to know what you are doing to answer their customers, not the searchers, right? Don't think of searchers as, Google's not a free tool to use. Google's a for-profit firm. They think of every single person that comes and uses their search function as a customer who they would like to provide the best experience to make sure they come back to do a similar search again. Now, how do you tell Google, I have the best information with regards to that question that your client, your customer asked? That goes into content. We spend an inordinate amount of time with our clients. We'd love to spend it with you as well on how do you want to answer, how can you answer those questions? What information are you giving that nobody else is willing to or can with regards to the topics at hand? AC repair. When we talk about air conditioning repair, we talk about, okay, we're going to say it a number of times, but what is it? It's replacing of contactors and fixing, freon and refrigerant leaks. Right? These are repairs that you do. Talk about them on your website. Now, here's the deal. 10 years ago, everybody would have wrote a blog post about that. How about we bring that blog post into the page that it matters? So a philosophy that we've kind of uncovered and that we're working with is enhancing the pages that matter. A blog post is not designed as a landing page. It's not designed as a local page to get a lead. It's a blog. Information. How do we get more information on the page that matters, that was designed to convert? And that's by going in and updating it with new content, better content, deeper content, right? Answering questions about the topic of the page. What else could we do? It's all well and good that we've got all this content that appeases the search engines, but you and I both know searchers aren't really reading anything. They didn't come to your website because they were bored and they wanted to learn more about AC repair. They came because they have a problem that you can fix, right? How do we convince them to call you? So all that content does is answer the Google question, why should we position you up there? Now, once we get them there, we have a whole new set of challenges. I know I'm not going to be able to get them to read all that content, but what can I get them to do, right? We are a nation of memes and GIFs and 5-second videos. Give them that. Give them images. Tell a story. Work with your own mindset, right? We all have an attention span that's shorter now. How do we get our message across? When your SEO company, when your account manager is calling you up and asking for videos or for photos, it's not because they want to bother you. It's because they're desperate to tell a story that's personal in nature to you. Yeah, can I go and download a whole bunch of photos from any old sites, stock photos? I sure can. They don't tell a story. The pictures that you took do. There's a whole other search engine optimization benefit to that as well, through image file naming and where you took the image, and because you can download it off your phone, it's going to have geotags. There's a whole other conversation behind that. But that, again, is an awesome opportunity for you to tell your story. Are you a small company or a big company? It doesn't matter. Tell a story. small short videos, right? 15-second videos, right, are great. Hey, this is a contactor, right? Show people what you already know. Help them understand what a burnt contactor looks like. Help them understand what and why it's important that you get it replaced. That's super important. Videos are tremendous value because they not only show up on your site, but they're also going to show up in video searches. The how-to video searches, the why do I need video searches, they show up there too. So now we're attracting a lot of opportunity here, and we're proving to Google when they call you up and say, why should we rank you? The answer isn't because I'm the best at what I do. The answer is, I have the most information for your customers, Google, to educate them, to inform them, and to provide them with the things that they need to make decisions, educated decisions on purchase or repair of their heating and air conditioning, their electrical system, their plumbing system, their carpet, their paint on their walls, their garage doors. I have the information needed. I'm going to let that set in for a second. That's extraordinarily powerful when you can change your mindset on SEO to optimizing for the consumer, to which Google and the other search engines will reward you for that effort. That's what we're shooting for here at Leads Nearby. That's what I'm going to encourage you if you're watching this video and you have another SEO firm. Encourage them to think that way. If they won't or don't, you have an outlet, you have somebody you could call. I appreciate your time today. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the next episode where we're going to talk about how on-page factors such as your calls to action actually impact search engine optimization. Again, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for your time today.